Martin, it's defeat here in the FA Trophy to Maidstone United. What did you make of the game?
I thought it was a good cup tie. I thought Maidstone had the better of the first half. I thought we had the better of the second half. We were trying to work out who was going to take the penalties on the bench. And then, of course, the whole thing imploded in our faces. And congratulations to them. They're doing very well this season. I think it's 1 defeat in 15 or something like that. So they're a tough side. And I thought we handled them pretty well. I know they made a few changes, but they had their better players on at the end, particularly their better attacking players. And Amanchi, I've been talking about him all week. You know, he's not the most easy player on the eye, but he's a really effective player. And I think that's 17 goals for the number 17 this season. So congratulations to him. He was on the spot. We don't quite have that kind of player who sort of has the nose for that situation. The goal itself, we traced back. We lost control on the halfway line, lost the ball. Didn't really help Sam, who only just come on the far side, and then the ball shouldn't have been knocked back across the face of the goal for Amanchi to score. That's our point of view. From their point of view, obviously they got players forward, they didn't give up on it, and they won the game.
Yeah, it felt like another one of those games where we played well for long periods but just did not have any luck in the final third. Musa and Tyrell in particular went very close but just wouldn't go in today.
No, funny enough, I watched Maidstone last Saturday, and about the same time in that game, Fernandez of Hampton headed the ball from exactly the same position. I'm watching it as from the bench, that goal at Hampton's ground, and he scored, and it went off the goalkeeper's face, the post and the bar, and we didn't score, and those margins are really fine. I think had we done that, it would have rattled their cage a little bit because they conceded 4-headed goals at Hampton. But we never really exploited that. I think we're not quite clinical enough. I definitely thought we improved in the second half. We're quite realistic on the bench about how we're going in games. But I think the general feeling was if any team was going to win it, it would be us. But they've got a real goal scorer, and perhaps we're looking for one.
A word for Ryan Sanford, who made his debut today. He made a couple of really good stops, and even before the goal went in, he made a really good save initially. So, despite not being on the winning end, you can take pride in his debut.
Yeah, he hasn't played a match for a long time. He's been a backup goalkeeper, a training ground goalkeeper. We've had our eyes on him for some time to get him the right time in his cycle in football to coincide with our need. Mitchell Binney was disappointed, understandably, but he came off on Tuesday. Not he finished the game, but he was sore, and we just thought we knew we could get Ryan in, and it was a chance. Cup game. Often teams change their goalkeepers for cup games, and Ryan stated his claim. Really, I know he's feeling it a bit now because of lack of action, but there's no let up here, is there? We go again on Tuesday.
Yeah, like you said, we've got a real run of home fixtures almost all the way to Christmas. I think we've only got one away game, so a chance to get back to winning ways on Tuesday and really try and get a good run at home going.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult. I know the fans are disappointed with the result and the way it happened. In a way, we were just saying if Maidstone scored after 70 minutes and it finished 1-0, we might have found it a bit easier to take. It's the drama of it all, but it's football, and the times when we get the last minute winner and you get that feeling, and that sort of feeling the Maidstone players have had, the Maidstone fans have had. It's why we all love the game. For them today, not for us of course, but we want some of those moments, and we'll be working really hard to try and get them. I don't think we picked up too much in the way of injury issues today. It did look in the first half as though Tyrell might come off, but he stuck it out and had a chance. He scored an amazing winning goal on Tuesday, and he couldn't quite. It would have been a winning goal. I think he scored that late goal today, but that's the way it is. And chins up. I'm an optimistic person. I hope the fans feel that way as well. You kindly said we have played quite well in games and perhaps not got the results. It's up to us to turn those performances into results. And I promise you, we're giving it everything. Dowsey's giving it everything to try and do that. But there are restrictions here, and we have to work within the restrictions that the club impose in terms of bringing new players in. And I've said to you before, I totally respect that, because the financial problems of Dartford in the past obviously weigh heavy on some of the senior citizens in the boardroom, and they're entitled to say that's never going to happen again. So we've got to do it within what limits we have, stretch them to the limit, I think, and we'll see. But I'm glad we've got another game on Tuesday, because you want to get out. If you've had a little prang in the car, you want to drive it again as soon as possible, don't you? Maybe it was a big prank today, wasn't it?
Cheers, Martin.